Renegades, close but no cigar. We're going to a third. It was on overpass, and indeed our analysts made it clear that this was not a strong suit for either team at this point in time, though once a former battleground for FaZe, they had lost some of their flair with the absence of Olofmeister exists standing in, and yet they do manage to clinch it all the same. I have none other than Sniper and Chatty B joining me. Gentlemen, I need to think of one for you. We've got Chatty B. Ian doesn't really work. E.
Well, it's ENT because his last name's Turner.
ENT? ENT and Chatty B. There he is.
Tina Turner works.
Yeah, I think you kind of... no. Okay, I'm going to go for ENT and Chatty B. Let's try that again. I'm joined here by Chatty B and ENT, and we're going to be talking about some CSGO. Chad, first things first, that could have been two. It could have been the Qudos Bank Arena. We could have got to see that go down.
Yeah, Renegades would have definitely been in there if they managed to seal it in two. But they still have a chance. Obviously, we have Inferno coming up. But this one right here, I think we just need to note the fact that Nico with another 1v3, almost a heartbreaking situation. But I really just, Alex, I need you to focus on me for 1 second. This is really good. You're going to like this one.
Eye contact. Wait a second. Okay, I'm ready.
I just need to highlight...
Oh, I see what you did there.
The impact of Guardian. Now, when we've been watching him in Pro League Online on the T side, he's really had a...
You nailed that. They're not actually nails. That would have been really helpful.
That would have been awesome, yeah. But when I've watched him online in the Pro League on the T side, FaZe have really struggled to get their economy going and get the AWP up. Here he was... I'm going to put this down.
Yeah, please do.
He was able to have a really good impact on this T side and you know, put up a lot of rounds on the board for FaZe. And then on the CT side, he just kept it going. You know, all those AWP entries opening with the Deagle looking deadly as always.
He always did. And what's impressive for me is that JKS has kind of continued that performance in towards overpass.
Surprisingly.
And yeah, I mean, we generally just got to see quite the show from Renegades. I'm not going to lie. Until the 14-14 mark, I thought this was going to be all the Aussies.
Yeah, I mean, it actually did look like it was going to be Renegades for quite some time. FaZe were looking pretty lost even on their CT side and then on their T side as well. And obviously, Ustilo having a cracker of a series as well.
Again,
so if Ustilo and JKS are going to pop up, then it's just waiting for that that third element to get in there as well. Jacob, obviously, I feel like he's having a bit of a poor series. We're seeing some individual mistakes here and there from him, which is unusual. But I think just across the board, everything else has been pretty good for Renegades. I genuinely did think they were going to win, like you were saying. But then obviously FaZe kicked in. Guardian having great impact, like you said, Chad, not just with the AWP, but with the rifle as well. And I think that's where his impact can be found sometimes when obviously that AWP can't find any entries. But then again, yeah, Nifty not really having a huge impact with the AWP. Yeah. So that really opened up Guardian, I think. And then there was just some reads from FaZe really to lock up the game.
It was so agonizing to watch. Almost every round, it felt like it was always Nifty, but one player would just get cut down by, I don't know, a boost on the sandbags on the site, or he'd push something like Fountain. Yeah. Every round, that CT AWP from Guardian just seemed to make it a 4v5. Yeah. It was horrible to watch.
It's weird when he finds that zone. And when we were watching the game, Gomez made like a weird critique of it. When the rest of the team seems to be down, Guardian steps up and he allows them to get back into it. You know, it seems and you think back, you go, yeah, Guardian doesn't really have outstanding performances
in the wins.
Yeah, exactly, right? So here he's obviously given room for Nico to get a bit of influence in the game. And going into Inferno, last time these two teams met, it was a very close affair. It was one that it was at Star Ladder, I believe, and it could have gone either way.
13-16, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think in this setup right here with Renegades actually performing, it's a really good opportunity for them to take the series.
Never a better time.
This is it. This is their opportunity to genuinely cause a huge upset as well. Let's not forget, we are in the upper bracket. FaZe would not be eliminated here, but it would be a chance for them to glide through one best of 3 against a good team, albeit hamstrung. And they've got a map. Do you think they're comfortable coming into this one? I mean...
Yeah. I mean, they've got this great result against FaZe back at Star Series, so, you know, why not? I mean, they've had a great series so far. They've even got a lot of rounds on a map they don't necessarily play a lot in Overpass, so there's no reason why they shouldn't be confident. If those two individual players, like Nifty and Jacob, can lift their game just a little bit more, and they're definitely in with a good chance here.
Chad, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you for some... analysis which just lack that statistical backing. It is more of just a question of your understanding of the players and the personalities on that roster. Just because in the interview Nifty gave between the maps, he said, we're just trying to keep it light-hearted, we're trying to keep it fun. You saw them all almost like forcing a giggle and a laugh and, I don't know, telling jokes. It was very clear that they were trying to keep morale high. Is that something that you think is a win condition for the Renegades?
I think that's very important for players like Azza and JKS especially.
Just keep it friendly, keep it not... Don't start thinking about the fact you're playing against Guardian, Rain, Nico, you know, like you don't have to start thinking about that.
Yeah, and I think, you know, Azza definitely will get down on not having a good map. So if they can just keep the JKS is playing well, he's going to carry that through. You know, he is in the zone. When he gets in that zone, it usually see it through across a whole series.
Okay.
But they need to keep it in that position where, hey, it doesn't matter how we're getting these rounds, you know, we're doing it as a team, and that's a very important factor. Something that I think Jacob actually brings. He's like the class clown, it seems like, if you're looking at the dynamic. He fits in very well. So hopefully going forward into this matchup, they're able to mentally reset, realize they don't play overpass. They almost won overpass. And going into Inferno, it's more than a fair shout.
And also realize they're doing it on home soil. These boys spoke to our camera crew about being able to do their favorite thing in their favorite place.
So last year was a little bit rougher with our team. I don't think we were as much experienced as what we were now, especially with the new lineup that we have. But coming into this event now, it's definitely our main goal is definitely to reach the playoffs and play in front of this crowd. Like, that's exactly what we want to do. And I think coming into this event, we can definitely do that. The nerves are definitely there a little bit. I think I feel them all the time coming into every competition, just a little bit beforehand. But once you get into the game and you get focused, that just all goes away. But definitely coming into this competition, it being in Australia and our home city, there's definitely a little bit more pressure than usual, but I'm looking forward to it and I can't wait to get to the stage. That's the goal, yeah. Definitely starting last year with IEM Sydney, I think it really opened the eyes of like many Australians that had no idea about esports. So everything's just risen in Australia. So it's great to see there's salaries for teams in Australia now, which is awesome to see, and everything is rising. It's starting to match other sports in Australia, which is great to see. Reaction from friends and family were definitely like, mum wants to come in and watch, she wants to be in the crowd, like friends want to do exactly the same thing. I know a couple of my teammates have their friends coming, like multiple friends coming in, so it just brings you a lot of confidence also that your family and friends are so happy for you also, and just thinking about it, going to the arena would just be great. Like, that's our goal right now and that's what we look forward to the most.
It eluded them last time, and now they have another opportunity, another shot at it. It's a great one, as our analysts have already made clear. Playing in front of that home crowd, it's a dream, and you've even got to get a little taste of what it'd be like.
We had a taste of it last year with the show match, right? And I think the way that it's not something I've ever experienced on that scale before. It's very not humbling, but it was emotional.
Me you didn't get close to crying.
It was definitely emotional.
Dude, you're walking out and it's I just, especially for like the story regarding Australian Counter-Strike, which has always been in the same vein as North America, where it was a kind of a bit of a meme for a little while. Occasionally you start showing up with inflatable kangaroos and getting a map win. And now it's grown into genuinely putting up a good fight versus some of the biggest stars in the world, Sniper. And now it is exciting when that opportunity does arise, and it is, once in a blue moon you get to have an opportunity to play in front of that crowd playing a video game.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, that's what we always fought for when we first came into CSGO. We said, look, we want to put Australia on the map from the get-go. That we missed the boat with Source. 1.6, we came too late. We could only put up a fight here or there against Kazakhstan or something like that. So, that's true. And then we just said, look, we want to be there from the get-go. We put our name on the map, and we had some really good results considering the fact that we were this unknown nation, really. We went to China. We played well there. We beat all the Asian teams. We even, had a good run-in against SK, which was that weird Pith Moddy mix.
Yeah.
And then we learned our lesson against Fnatic and all those guys. But, essentially, we put ourselves on the map just by going to that event. And then from there, it's kind of like, just accelerated from that. And now we're at this stage where we've got so many Australian teams. Sure, they're not having a great debut. But, we're kind of in with a chance now. And, we are going overseas, one or two teams. Renegades obviously going to North America is a really big thing for the Australian scene. Kind of legitimized it in a way. Sure, nothing really has changed since then, though. I mean, Australian teams getting salaries now and whatnot. But, look, that's all it has been from the get-go, from the inception of CSGO in Australia. It's just to get us on the map. And at least we've got Renegades there now. It's just a matter of time before, somebody else puts it all together. And
you know what that clap and fist bumps mean. They're going to try and keep it lighthearted, keep the smiles on their faces. Renegades looking to close it out on Inferno. Their coach Kassad behind them. The map is going to be Inferno. Will we get to see Renegades lock themselves in for the arena? Their family and friends can get themselves those tickets with a big smile on their face. We'll find out as they go up against FaZe.
Yes, indeed, it will be Inferno to close out the series. Renegades versus FaZe. Who would have thought it gets to 3? FaZe got their act together in the second map. Wasn't the most convincing of performances, but Guardian certainly was on form. We'll have a look as to whether Renegades can penetrate the FaZe defense here. Rain opening things up with a little bit of damage there towards middle with the P2000. Jacob holds strong though, smoke deployed, and it will be an A attack. Exist will drop down. Not quite to the pit, but he falls back to more defensive line. He's hit all the headshots he can here. Gets the first, but oh my goodness, they haven't checked garbage. Guardian only good for 1. And we'll see whether this 2-on-2 will be favourable to Renegades, who can't get the plant down just yet. Carrigan struggling with the kill towards apartments. He's got players all around him, and that should be it. Nico left in the 2 versus 1. Bomb planted. He has not got a kit, but never discount him in these situations, he always can pull it back.
Yeah, you can never count out Nico. Now Jacob's keeping an eye up here towards apartments. Nico has to check this, and he's going to spot out Jacob, going to try and take the fight. The double peek about to come through, but Jacob wins it out anyway. Renegades, they've won another pistol, Henry. They've been very, very good at these. That's now at 5 for 5 throughout these 3 maps, and this is going to be them trying to get off to a good start early on. They want to try and qualify for the playoffs. FaZe going to be force buying down at what they can, and they've got a few CZs. The scout out for Guardian.
Well, that's some good news. Guardian's scope has been terrifyingly accurate so far. Rain pushes down towards the bench. Guardian is baiting him in, but you can see Nifty ready for this, but still can't find the shot. Rain on for a double. Does do significant damage. Jacob down to just 4 HP, but it's not quite enough. Still a 4-on-4, but Rain, like he was good for 2 kills there. Great position, couldn't quite convert the second. Carrigan pushing towards his apartments. He could be absolutely everything in this one, but JKS looks like he's ready for him. Should be able to flick round. There it is. And that should be the round here. We'll see. Guardian still alive and kicking. Nico on 44. And Exist sniffing towards second middle here.
Yeah, he sneaked on in over towards apartments. The question is, do Renegades suspect that there is going to be a man here? Jacob's already paid up with damage, and he's the first man to check it. They spot Exist out, and now Exist has to hightail it back in towards the A bomb site. Rotation coming through from Guardian. He's over in the library. He's able to shut down Jacob. Now, can he get anything else done? That Molotov holds him back. They're going to be allowed to cross into the site. Guardian desperate to try and find something. Exist. He did damage in the pistol round over towards apartments this time. There is no such love for him. Bomb now goes down, and as they're going to drop Exist, the man that was in the back line, leaves this onto Nico and Guardian. 2 versus 3.
Well, they might want to consider saving whatever they can at this point. It's looking unlikely to win it. They're just going to try and get Nico a weapon, but Guardian finds an opening. He's still brave to face that angle, knowing the scout was there. Still unlikely he can do much more of this. No kid, remember. Guardian 2 kills so far, looking for a third. He knows a player's going to be on the bomb site somewhere. Spots him out, but JKS hits the shot. Bit dicey the round, but overall will be 2-0 towards the Renegades here. Another great start. Another pistol, as you mentioned, 5 out of 5, and a conversion to presumably 3-0. Next round won't be that exciting. Nico does manage to pick up a kit, a deagle, and a UMP. He can drop the UMP to a teammate if he wants, or the deagle, depending on which way he wants to operate in round number 3 here. We'll see. Does he drop anything? Maybe he wants to keep the pocket deagle. And indeed, he does drop it. He'll give that to, I'd imagine, Rain. Indeed, he does so. Here we go. Nico. Diffuse kit. We've got the colours changing around the wrong way. Nico changes to yellow. It's getting a bit confusing. There we go. That's going to throw me off.
Yeah, no,
that's going to make things very confusing. We could sort that out. That would be really helpful.
I didn't even realize that's how spaced out I am right now, Henry, but that's just blowing my mind. Here we go. FaZe have Carrigan and Nico in this B-bomb site. Nico, of course, with that UMP that was brought forward from the previous round. Renegades, they're being very, very careful. They don't want to risk throwing this one away. They want to try and get off to a good start here on Inferno. Because, of course, they've fought so hard, Henry, to take it through to this... well, I say take it through to the third map. They fought so hard to get here, right? To have this opportunity now to potentially be the first team to make it through to the playoffs.
Absolutely.
They weren't able to get to the arena to play in front of the home crowd last year for IEM Sydney. And now, as a testament to how much this team is growing, they might be able to do it. If they can topple FaZe, Jacob's the first man in. That's an awkward fight, but they're finally able to win it out. They haven't got past Nico yet, and he's able to go and double down with the UMP. He's made money, but there's even more at stake than that. Guardian, he's got the knife out. What's he doing? He's going to go in with the stab, and Azza is able to pick him up. That comes down quite literally to a knife's edge. Because now it's Rain and Exist. Now just Rain. He's got that Deeg that was thrown over the previous round. Azza's on for the ace potentially, and this will be a Renegades round. Can Rain make it that much more expensive?
No, he can't, actually. 3-0. Renegades with another great start here. Remember, they did force buy in that second round, so it won't be the best of buys here for FaZe. Some compromises will have to be made, but luckily they're not up against any SMGs here. They are going to go for the straight-up double AWP setup. Nico, sometimes very good in B, sometimes can be hit or miss. If he misses that first shot, can struggle towards those new boxes where he usually resides. He'll joined by Carrigan, of course. As Nico will set himself up and try and go for the first pick, trying to beat the smoke there and jump up to the half wall. Don't think he made the jump first time. Guardian boosted up as well. Nico just playing behind the smoke now. It's quite a tricky jump to get on the half wall. It's assertive round here from Renegades. I'm liking this. Guardian hits the shot but can't quite find the kill. He'll have to fall back.
Yeah, he's going to go back in for more, but Az is able to pick him off. Now it's Rain inside of this bomb site to try and hold down the fort. There's one, but that's it. Exist from the pit has to try and hold back the tide of Renegades. He waits for the rotations to come through. He's going to go in over his head, and as a result, loses it. So now, bomb down, 2-on-2. Nico just going to get smoked off over in mid. Carrigan, a long angle. JKS timing is going to be everything here, and Nico just crosses over into apartments.
Yeah, not an ideal situation, really. They haven't got a kit now, and Nico on the retake with the AWP. They might want to consider saving. The bomb's more than halfway gone. Smoke does go down. Nico won't have much to do here. It will be dropped. JKS finds the frag, and Carrigan has to save the AWP. 4-0 for the Renegades. I can't stress enough. For anyone who's not aware of the context, we'll say it one more time. We're in Sydney, Australia. That's where 3 of the players from Renegades are. There's not many tournaments here ever. This is as big as it gets in terms of esports. Huge arena, the best teams, huge prize pool, Intel Grand Slam, as good as it gets. And Renegades want to play in front of their friends and families and adoring fans. And they haven't done it before. They haven't managed to be in front of a home crowd, and to do it this early on, just to guarantee it against one of the world's best FaZe clan, that would be a pretty historic moment. So this is a big map and a lot of pressure, and so far they're delivering. 4-0 on the third and final map of this best of 3.
The pressure is just immense, and Renegades, they want to try and rise to the occasion. That's a nice shot from Ustillo. He's clearly feeling it. And he's kind of been the unsung hero, really, for Renegades in these first few maps, along with JKS. But it feels like, he's been given his fair share of praise. Ustillo, not really a man who we see post crazy numbers. He's been doing exactly that. He's desperate to try and secure their spot in the arena. As you say, in front of the home crowd, it would be massive. And so they've picked up the man advantage early on in this round. FaZe just desperate that someone from Renegades perhaps overextends and gets caught out all on their lonesome. But they're playing it safe. They're playing the long game here. They're going to start now to rotate in towards Banana. They want to try and hit this B-bomb site. Nico and Carrigan here. If you recall, Nico, he kind of made things pretty dicey for them in that round where he had the UMP. He's looked good thus far on the B hold, and they've started to rotate around Rain now with the AWP as well. So there is potential for stuff to go pretty wrong here for Renegades. They haven't smoked off CT. They try to play the contact play, and that's the collateral from Rain. Carrigan's dropped one. And he's fighting for his life now inside the site. He's going to get dealt with. Rain comes back round, and there's 30 seconds left. Almost the wall bang, but not quite. He's trying to go for the shot through the smoke, tempting fate and playing with fire. He's going to get forced off the angle. And FaZe, they're going to try and go for this one. Rain. He's got to be the spearhead. Exist here with the CZ. Time's ticking down. Both players over towards Dark. They have to move swiftly. Exist going to lead the charge, falls at the hands of Ustillo and Rain. He's tried his hardest, but he has to back away. He has to hold on to the AWP.
Yeah, not really much he can do with this one, but he has scored significant damage to the finances of Renegades there. Rain, not known to be an AWP Harry, but he did get 3 kills this round, 2 of which are collateral. So there we go. 5-0 does come in. And shout out to Ustillo. I mentioned it earlier in the series, like a player that doesn't really get that much recognition within this squad, definitely falls under the mantle of a support player. But he's had a great series. He's been up there, top fragging, I think, almost every single map. So, and managed to be instrumental there in the 5-0. Round 6 comes through. money available for FaZe, but this is getting a little bit scary for them now. Certainly haven't looked like that dominant force we've come to know and love over the last 6 months. Guardian waits towards middle, waiting for him to pop on Inferno. He has been great so far in the first 2 maps. Like the guys pointed out on the desk, he usually really seems to come to life when his team desperately needs him. If everyone else is looking quiet, you can rely on Guardian to look strong. Towards middle, you can see Renegades are in the zone right now. They're making some good calls, and Guardian missing a key shot there. Down he goes. Will be punished for it. And Rain, one of the strongest quad players in the game, will be holding towards that very position. JKS hunting him down though. He'll push through, and surely he'll find the shot walking through the smoke. You can feel him coming, his presence, but it's Ustillo again, Harry, who keeps delivering shots. Great teamwork from Renegades. And this is a guaranteed round for them once again. I love the gameplay they've got right now. Just grouping up, pushing through smokes together, making sure they're eradicating those risks. Bit of luck here or there with missed shots from Guardian, but still, they're making all the right decisions, all the correct plays. Bomb goes down, only give up 1 kill. And this is up against FaZe, one of their absolute best maps, Inferno.
Yeah, no, it's been a spectacle thus far. 6-0 up for Renegades, and I mean, this is where you really see them start to come into their own as well. Especially, you know, the calls from Nifty, I think, have been so good, and you know, the team really start to rally behind them. We see everyone just committing to the call that gets made, and sometimes that's kind of the most valuable thing you can look for in a team. So they're going to go 6-0 up, and there is money for FaZe to go for the buy. Now, of course, I mean, you say how Inferno is a really good map for FaZe, but at the same time, you know, I feel like if you had, I don't know, like if you had $500,000 for every time they'd let this one slip by, then you'd be Cloud9, right? Because this has been kind of the map. It's been their go-to to throw leads away on. You know, they're fond of an overtime on Inferno. And now is not really the time they can afford to let it go the theatrical distance as much as they would like. They're going to take the pause early on, Henry.
The pause will come through. Tactical pause for FaZe, and they're going to have to string together some great tactics at this point. CT side really not looking too good for them whatsoever. We'll see whether they've got what it takes to start applying some pressure, get some rounds on the board. I think the single orb setup will be the call at this point. Indeed it is. Guardian with the 4 rifles around him. 1 defuse kits. Actually 3 total. Not sure why I said that. Couldn't really see them. Either way, Carrigan pushes down towards Banana. Jacob just got his number. Where's the backup? Carrigan pushes the smoke by himself and did not anticipate that whatsoever. Another disappointing start here at the beginning of round number 7. In-game lead is gone. And where do they decide to deploy their troops? Just leaving 1 player on the B site. Maybe he counts for a little bit more than 1. Nico alone towards B. Bit of wallbang attempt there from Nifty. No damage inflicted. Takes a bit from the Flames. This is a perfect game so far from Renegades, Harry. FaZe looks stunned.
Yeah, they don't really have an answer, do they, Henry? They've conceded Carrigan early on. Now he just has to sit back in that spectator slot and watch over the rest of his teammates. There is only 1 man inside of this B-bomb site. That's going to be Nico. Now, in his prime, despite being 1 man, he could feel like an army. So, 5 players about to come his way. Rotation coming in from Guardian, but it's going to arrive pretty late. He has to try and bide time, and down goes the smoke. They're going to go pushing through it. Nico gets nothing done as Nifty opens up. Guardian just has to fall back from the angle, concede this round. As Renegades, they're going to get themselves a 7th. All 5 players alive at current as well. This is flawless right now.
Yikes. And FaZe just crumble again. Nico and Carrigan can't find a single kill. What is happening right now? It's difficult to really analyze. FaZe just look so uninspired, so underwhelming. As Renegades march on and do find the 7-0, getting closer and closer to finding themselves in the playoffs, in that arena, in front of the home crowd. Guardian playing with fire here. Needs to be very careful. We'll nail that shot at least. Falls back towards the library. His kills don't really encounter too much. He's just risking the fact he could lose the AWP, and you can see there's plenty of money for the Renegade squad. I've just heard that Greyhound has taken a map off of SK Gaming.
Why not?
So everything's just going absolutely upside down here. I'm not sure what's happening, but apparently that's a thing. What's happened to SK?
That is a topic I think that's a bit too long to cover in the 3 seconds we have left of freeze time. I don't know, Henry. I'm excited to see how that series develops. Who knows? Maybe we're going to have a few Australian teams lining.
That would be nuts.
Yeah, it definitely would. Ooh. That's a nice kill from Guardian, though, and there we go. That's the sort of audacious plays we need to see FaZe looking to make if they want to haul their way back into this map.
Yeah, great stuff. Really enjoyed that. Guardian dropping the smoke down there. It just suggests he won't be taking a pick. You feel like the coast is clear, but oh no. The depth of the smoke is misleading, and he can push past it and take a shot towards T-spawn. He did find Ustillo this time. 5 and 4, pretty much the first advantage FaZe have had in any of these rounds. As we'll see if Renegades can recover here. In terms of utility, still with the 4 smokes. CTs have fallen back to a more defensive stance. Will be 3 players here towards the A site. You can see the 2 CTs towards B boosted on the corner. But they're just going to leave Nico alone with the double AWP setup in place now.
Oh, they're going to flash out in towards the top of mid. They have to challenge for this one. There's 40 seconds left on the clock, and FaZe do want to try and put them through their paces. 4 players stacked up inside of this A bomb site, leaving only Nico here. He's holding a tight angle, and they're going to emerge. That's what we had to see. The collateral comes through, and Nico, he's going to take that all day long. He's going to go back for more. He wants to take the fight. Both players going to come his way. He gets flashed off the angle as they're in with the opener. Surely, though, the Renegades train comes to an end here. Carrigan in with the double. So FaZe, they managed their first round, Henry. It took them 8 rounds before they get it. Now do we see them start to chain together a couple more? Pressure is definitely on now for FaZe.
Tactical pause for the Renegades. FaZe will at least be happy that the Fats got their first round. It did take a double kill from Nico, but still, it's up there, 7-1. Renegades will have cash available to them, but now FaZe are on the board. They still have a lot of work to do. You can see Nifty. I love his character. He seems like he's very happy-go-lucky and doesn't seem to get tilted too often. It seems like he keeps his eye on the prize, and it seems like he's a good asset to the Renegades squad. He's had a great career since he joined them. Very good at holding himself on camera as well. Very good at articulating his thoughts. Double AWP setup. Guardian and Nico trying to deliver the pain, and Nico certainly showed us what he's capable of. He'll be challenged again. All the utility deployed towards the T steps, and this could be the boost again. Nico is given a chance to get up here. Wants to be careful though. He has got a great chance to find maybe a couple of kills here. First one, right through the wickets. We'll have to fall back here. And there's a wallbang attempt. Does actually land as has been tagged up, and another one. 100 damage dealt through the half wall. He might not know it as he misses the shot that he can see. He'll drop a smoke and try and set Carrigan up here.
Yeah, a few missed shots though. Carrigan going to go peeking into this. And both the players inside the site fall. Rain is trying to lock it down in the meantime. He's the first point of contact, and he's going to fall at the hands of Ustillo. 2 on 2, and these are 2 of the players that Nico painted up with damage earlier on. Now, does that come into this round? It would be pretty heartbreaking for Renegades if that is the thing that topples it for them.
But bear in mind, Jacob's got the Molotov. That could be everything. Post-plant Molotovs are nuts. And it can be so frustrating, but Guardian has got the smoke to negate it. He's still with 2 kills again. They are in good crossfires here. There's not much time. Will the smoke be deployed? It will. It's up to Jacob to try and do what he can, but it will be exist with the kit to defuse. It is comfortable in the end. And there it is. 2 rounds in a row. 2 players survive. Wasn't quite as exciting as I anticipated right towards the end. I thought at least it comes down to the 1 versus 1. 7-2. FaZe still on death's door. With all the reinvestment, the grenades need to find these back-to-back rounds. Still money there, but a timeout for the Renegades again. That's absolutely fine. They know they have a chance to get right back in this. Do they want to buy into this round? I would say absolutely yes. Any JKS needs a drop. So, you can see still smiles on their faces. Kassad can come in. work out what he sees to be the problem. Remember those wall bangs through the half wall at the start. Weren't necessarily the be-all and end-all, but he certainly contributed to the demise of the Renegades in the previous round. It looks like, though, I have to say, Nico and Carrigan are quite scrappy together. Like, they're not really complementing each other in terms of position. Nico wants to keep facing and getting Carrigan in positions he doesn't want to be, and not exactly nailing the kills. They're lucky to get out of that one alive. But a lot of work to do. 2 rounds in a row to kickstart their campaign on the CT side here. Molotov to stop aggression from Azza. Guardian, like I said, hasn't missed much today. He has actually been pretty tremendous, and that round is no different. You still are nifty, wondering what the hell just happened to them. It's Guardian, I'm afraid. Jacob down to 1 HP. JKS sneaks past the player in the apartments. Look at the damage inflicted. This round's done. It's over.
Yeah, no, you could definitely read into it that way, I mean, but I'm never one to count the boys out. You know, Jacob might be 1 HP, Azza might be on 23, but you still have JKS, and he's been a beast. Admittedly only with the CZ, but there is an AK for him to retrieve. Guardian has laid waste to Renegades early on, though. That aggression into apartments works out brilliantly for them. And now Renegades, how do they play this round? There's 50 seconds left. Azza's going to start to throw out some utility over here towards the B-bomb. Sight actually missed shot from Guardian. That almost nets them an early opportunity. That's almost forced a few players over here towards A out of position. You can see Rain, he's started to leave the site. He has since came back and made his return. 30 seconds, and actually Renegades, they could wrap in through CT spawn right now. That would be massive. Azza's still applying pressure here into the B-bomb site. It's Nico on Fountain that's going to be the real problem. Only 20 seconds. I'm not even sure if they're going to make it to the site in time. They have to win these fights out straight away, and they look to be so far away from the site. Nico wins that. Guardian shuts down Jacob, and it's JKS left. 1 versus 3. He has found Guardian. He has to deal with Nico. He taps him down. There's no time left. And he gets all the kills he needed. But he's not able to get the bomb down in time. FaZe will be in the 3rd round, and that is pretty gut-wrenching, I think, if you're Renegades. An extra second here or there, a one-shot connecting a millisecond earlier would have made all the difference to them. And now their money is in a pretty dark spot as well, Henry.
I'd say that's true. But still, the scoreline is quite promising. We'll see what they operate with in this particular round. They have invested quite a significant amount in young Justin Savage there, giving him that tactical purchase, the AK-47. CZ in his back pocket. Is it enough? Time will tell. Couldn't get the bomb down in the previous. He brings his AK to round number 11. They'll make their way towards B. No grenades. Contact play, Harry. Walk in, hope for the best, run in once you're detected.
And the one thing that's going to make it that much more horrid for them is that Rain is currently playing this CT position. He's going to get there very, very quickly. They're trying to flash themselves through. Actually, Nico's going to fall at the first hurdle. He manages 1. It's Rain in CT. The mops up 2 kills. And while you still answers back, now he finds himself 1 versus 3. Not really any room to work with, and Carrigan will smite him down. So a 4th round for FaZe. Bit of damage done. And now they are able to buy, which is all thanks to that loss bonus starting to accumulate. Of course, JKS came into this round with $850, so he gets a buy-in by the skin of his teeth. I have to agree, though, this Carrigan and Nico hold over in the B-bomb site, Henry, I'm not entirely convinced by it.
Well, it's sort of coming together now. We'll see. FaZe clan, now going to send Guardian over there. You know what, boys? Let me handle this one. He'll take a little bit of damage there from the Molotov if things get a little bit hot under the collar. Boost it up again. They like this boost. Hasn't really yielded too much in terms of frags just yet. 5 still. Renegades starting to drop off again. Get out of the trap. Extremely hot. Lots of rounds. 7-0 at one point. But now FaZe starting to stabilize. They still win the half. That's always something you have to remember. Smoke out. Now now. Guardian full control B. That allows his teammate to fall back. You see Nico, once they've established control here, just leave him there. He won't be able to stay at that point for the entire of the round. He'll have to go back towards the barrels eventually. So he has a bit of a fallback strategy. As you can see, that's kind of happening now. Still with a bit of utility. He's got one more flashbang. He still can challenge. He just wants to get that one kill the best he can. That's all the grenades gone. Money weak on either side. Whoever wins this will send their opposition to Anika, depending on the saves. Jacob. Top and middle. Smoke again towards Arch. Suggest they're going quad. And indeed they are. One player towards the abs. Full execution. Rain with a nice pop flash. Carrigan completely wrecked by it. Azza will find the first kill. I'm not sure Rain can do much with this. He'll get one, but that's it. Carrigan completely segregated from his team, but Exist is there to pick up the pieces. Azza. 2 versus 1. Knows exactly where Carrigan is. It's only a matter of time before Guardian will show up. The smokes that go down. No chance. And Guardian will take him down. Good stuff. Guardian looking strong as ever. Does find that one kill towards B. And Exist. Great job there on the A side. Just spraying them down. Baited in by Carrigan in the pit. Nice execution from Renegades. They get the plant. Get themselves to have a bye with the maximum loss bonus coming in now. Remember, they were 7-0 up. Now it's 7-5. That's unable to clinch that round. It came very close. Bomb planted. If it maybe had a few more seconds, Azza could have got that frag and Guardian, but it wasn't meant to be.
No, it was not. Yeah, it's a little bit worrying now. FaZe chaining 5 together in a row. Now, money still isn't great. That last round actually makes things pretty dire here for FaZe. They are close to that reset. Now, that Molotov does very good damage early on in a nifty, but Jacob, what a response. He's gone ahead and dropped Nico. I believe that was through the smoke. So that's an early man advantage picked up for Renegades. It's been a while since we've seen them sort of in this driving seat position, really. Now the question becomes, what are they going to do with the man advantage? Exist is over here towards apartments. Carrigan's been left to anchor the B bomb site. They've rotated. Rain on round over here towards A, and now he's going to start to head in towards CT. Might just even commit to the B hold. Guardian, that's a nice spike to win. He's going to get away. Ustillo wasn't able to find the trade, and that would have been a massive kill for him to find. Guardian now goes back for more, and he's looked so good in these last few rounds. He's going to try and take the fight. Now, Azza has slipped past, and is going to start to make his way down into CT. I'm not sure that FaZe are aware that there's a man so deep behind enemy lines. Rain could catch him off guard, but no, Azza's going to win the fight, and now suddenly the pressure's on. Guardian and Exist here inside the A bomb site have their works cut out for them. Renegades leaving it down to the wire, but Exist gets found, and now it's Guardian. He's looked so good for FaZe. This is such an important round for them to pick up, or else their economy is gone. And Guardian in the back of the site, 20 seconds left. We can't count him out, but Ustillo's going to find him. Tucked away at the back, Carrigan has to save, and Renegades are on to an 8th round.
Yeah, well, they've broken the streak, finally. FaZe really did have them pinned down for 5 in a row, but it's coming together once again. Another great round by Ustillo. I don't blame Exist for that push towards quad either. He could feel the round falling apart. He knew he had to step up. Couldn't just wait on the A side to be pincered. Goes towards that quad, the boiler area, taken down. And unfortunately, that was just a cue for Renegades to bundle into the site. Guardian could do nothing about it. He got 1 kill, but that's all they got on the round. And it will be Renegades to win the half at this point. Final map to decide who makes it automatically to the playoffs here. Renegades looking poised to do so. Remember, on the T side of Inferno right now. Inferno, maybe not so much in this iteration, but generally speaking, considered a very CT-sided map. Renegades, what a performance they've given us today. We've got a Greyhound beating SK right now. We've got Renegades looking ready to take down FaZe as we get into another tactical timeout. It's the Australians really applying the pressure on home turf.
Yeah, you know, and they don't even have the crowd rooting behind them. So you feel like, you know, when we get into that stage setting, you know, with everyone in the arena sort of yelling out in support of any of the Aussie teams that do manage to get there, you know, will that make them perform that much better? Because it really does feel like Renegades have come and that, you know, they're giving 110% right now. Everything they've got to try and make it through to the playoffs over FaZe. I mean, what a first victory for us to have as well. I mean, you know, if Renegades are the team that secure that first spot, that would just be unreal here in Sydney. 8-5 up over on the T side. They've broken the economy of FaZe. Got the one rifle on Carrigan that was saved forward from the previous round, and he has to have a huge performance with it. He's over here towards Banana. Nico not going to be with him. Instead, he's lining up the flash to help out Carrigan behind those sandbags. This is going to be very tricky. Flash comes through, but as playing the anti-flash, he's able to win that fight out, and now Nico stands here alone.
And with those pistols, the flashbang was a decent idea. FaZe will lose the first kill. CZ's PT50s. Nico, oh, I felt like he had that one. Didn't want to overcommit. Falls back. The frag eludes him for now. Exists. Interesting position to watch the apartments. I haven't seen that before. As, he'll be focusing mainly towards middle. And Boiler. Guardian to bait him in. You can see Exist looks into the wall to avoid the flashbangs. Does so, but no frags gathered, I'm afraid. Pretty much clean sweep for Renegades here. And we'll see whether Nico can make any sort of dent. He's managing to find a kit, but looks like Nifty should take care of him in due course. Maybe Nico gets this one, but not quite. They were taking an eco there for the final round, but it has arrived, and what have they got? Rifles and an all for Guardian here. As you can see, last round of the first half. UMP for Carrigan. Exist 5 kills. Nico 6 and 12. It's that B side that's been a bit of a nightmare for them. Each and every map of this series so far, one of the FaZe players, it seems non-existent. It's not looking too good so far. There's an AWP on the floor. Nifty will just take it with him. Why not? You got the money to buy it. Leave it in T-spawn. Go for the early pick. Guardian waiting for flashbangs there. Will peek from the top and middle. A lot of players won't give him a chance to even get a first pick there. Jacob, decent flash to push him back off. Bait out a shot. At least guarantee they can get towards that pit position. Smoke deployed by Guardian. Will he go any further? Might have a slight gap to work with. Just pre-fires towards that middle. And this is a very slow, methodical default from Renegades here. Once again, Nico given the option to hold B by himself while his barrels of that smoke deployed towards T-steps.
This has allowed the 4-man hold for FaZe over here towards A. Nico, he's tagged up Nifty, wasn't able to find the kill. And now you can see Renegades, they've started to turn their attention over here towards Banana just a little bit. You still have Nifty posted up with the AWP. Rotation comes back around. Guardian Azza able to try and keep things even, but Exist re-extends the man advantage back in favor of FaZe. There's 30 seconds, the bomb gets dropped, and Guardian, well, this would be it. 3 big kills down towards Banana. And FaZe, they lock themselves in the 6th. Of course, it's Guardian to get that done.
Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff by Guardian. Keeps FaZe within the fight. It's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick break and be back with the second half. Do not go anywhere.
It has been an unreal performance from Renegades thus far, but FaZe, they're fighting back. We're in map number 3, and the winner of this will be making it through to the playoffs. Will we see Renegades get to perform on stage in front of the home crowd, or will FaZe dash their hopes and be the first team there, Henry?
Time will tell. This man is in their way. Guardian, another great performance by him. 15 frags in the first half. He feels like he really is flying the flag for FaZe right now. The only player really turning up in spades. Renegades, I have to say, it's Ustillo, an unlikely candidate for MVP on their side. And we'll see if he can continue that performance. I really have been impressed. JKS goes without saying, he's been stellar as well. Great performance as the AWP. And here we go. The final half of the final map. Ustillo and co switch over to the CT forces now. Exist towards the top of B. All 5 players here actually just going for a straight up rush. 3 CTs waiting for them. Jacob boosted up, but an awkward weapon to have up there. Ideally you want the CZ in that position. And the CT's just being overwhelmed. Nico finds 2 kills at the Glock, and that's going to be round, I'm afraid. Nifty. Maybe I spoke too soon. Lovely shot to take down Carrigan, but still so much work to do here.
Yeah, such a tricky round to get back into. Ustillo's already backed away. They've already conceded it. Nifty. Ooh. He spotted Ray, and he knows that he's there. But now he's been spotted. He's able to get one more. That's it. Ustillo backs away to hold on to the CZ and the smoke another day. They just concede this round the way of FaZe. 7-9. And that is the first pistol round that FaZe have been able to pick up in this series.
That's why I think they said, you know what, none of these defaults, these executions are working. Shall we just rush B? And there were 3 CTs waiting for them. But like I said, Jacob wasn't really expecting that rush. He's got the USP. Against 5 players, it's probably the worst weapon to have. That's why I said the CZ against that would have been ideal. We're seeing a lot more of that, actually. Like players like Device are buying the CZ75 on the CT side of Inferno in the pistol round. It's surprising. I didn't think I'd ever see that because obviously the one-tap potential of the USP, you think, what's the point? It's get armor, but it's situational. It is very powerful. Here we go. There won't actually be a force buy from Renegades. I like this. They do get upgraded pistols, smokes. They can treat this like a gun round, but they haven't spent all their cash. They are certainly the underdog team here. They've got a lead. They've got a bed of rounds here. Sure, it might get tied up to 9-9, but you're still on the CT side. You want to make sure you have money. And if you lose, you don't want to feel like you're hamstrung the entire time. You want to make sure you have your grenade, you have your AWP, defuse kits, and you lost playing your full game. You have everything to work with. You don't feel like you threw it all away through bad economy management. So I don't mind this at all. I think a lot more teams should operate like this, on the CT side especially. And we'll see whether it yields them some sort of success, Harry. Take it away.
Yeah, you know, it's a pretty typical call as well, I think, from, you know, Thrifty Nifty. He's a big fan of saving money.
That's true.
They're putting these smokes to good use right now. They've still got the one left on Nifty, who is over towards that B bomb site. 4 players stacked up for Renegades inside of A. Now they're going to be able to start to throw in a small barrage utility out towards B, but the bomb here, the rest of the guys over towards top mid. This could all be a fake. Nifty smoked off the angle. He's holding close. The rest of FaZe are out and in towards mid. They're able to find Ustillo. Around comes Azza. He's going to fall at the hands of Rain. Jacob tries to do damage, and he does paint a couple of players up, but it's all onto Nifty. And he can get nothing done. Lots of damage inflicted, but no kills found for Renegades. FaZe will be on to an 8th round as they keep that one flawless.
Should be more of the same here. Full eco. Locked and loaded for Renegades. 1P250, that's it. Default weaponry. And only $300 spent into it. So, Renegades will be tied up here. 9-9 guaranteed. It will be a 5-man stack towards middle. Are they going to push down? I'm not sure. They are just going to wait on either side of middle. Hope a mistake is made. Maybe steal away an AK. Unlikely, considering there's only one, but you never know. Pushing down middle now. And they probably get 1 kill out of this. We'll see. Nico does manage to avoid certain death as Rainer finishes things off here. Has to reject that Mac 10, but a clean sweep again. What a bonus round is coming in here, Harry. So, anyone that's not familiar with the term bonus round, what does that mean? So, traditionally, first gun round, you expect everyone to have rifles on the T side. But if you get the 3-0 start and you don't really concede any sort of deaths, you do have the chance to bring in lots of SMGs. They will upgrade a couple of them. So I do see an AWP for Guardian coming out, but overall, yeah, still 2 UMPs, 1 MAC-10, and you can see, even with the frugal economic management of Renegades, 3 players, in fact, without helmets, meaning those SMGs can do a lot of damage. As we get into round number 19, Guardian, one of the best T-side AWPers on Inferno. He'll show you why right now. If he gets his kill as well, that would be insane. Jacob will be there on the other side. Guardian does go against the grain on this map. A lot of AWPers are almost frightened to bring on the T-side. It's very difficult and stifling to even get going on the T-side with the AWP, but Guardian's so good at them.
Look at this, FaZe. This is a very, very confident approach. They're going to get there, but Ustilo holds them back. How's he managed that kill on to exist? He might have just made this round possible for Renegades. As now Carrigan fighting over towards short, has to fall back. Azza looked like he wanted to go through the smoke, and he's even tagged up Nico. That shot from Ustilo saves this round. As now it's just Carrigan and Nico left alive. Ustilo has been so key for Renegades throughout all 3 of these maps, and he is really stepping up now. Now Nico's been able to save the AWP over here towards the top of Banana. And you almost start to imagine that if FaZe aren't given a serious lifeline back into this round, that they will just look to try and save.
Yeah, I think they have to, considering Nico's HP. Carrigan, you don't feel like he's going to be the one to carry them through a 4-on-2. We'll see, though. A grenade towards first oranges doesn't connect. He will start to edge his way in towards the site here. Looking towards the emo position, but as at the coffins. They just need to run this clock down. CTs don't need to challenge anything. They're happy just to let 2 players survive, keep their money strong. They can't afford to go hunting here. You can see on the right of your screen, no one with cash. Even if you did take down a T player, if it was a trade, that would still be detrimental to your finances. So keep the money in your favor, let it swell. Focus on your game instead of trying to shut down FaZe. Plenty of money on that side. Another reason why it wasn't really worth hunting down those last 2 weapons. They've got a lot more to gain than you have. There it is, Renegades taking the lead. Ustilo getting it done. Exist getting plucked out of the air there. What a game he's having so far. Carlo really showing as what he can do on home soil. And here we go. Azza taking a lot of damage, but dealing it out as well. In equal manner, gives it to Nico and gets a key scalp here on Inferno.
That is a pretty important kill to find early on. Guardian even going to get naded down to 50 HP, so he's going to be hurting as well. They're kind of turned away from Banana. They've boosted up JKS onto the half wall, and that's going to allow them to 4-man stack in towards this A bomb site. FaZe have to really hope that Renegades give something up. Smoke goes down towards the base of Banana. Maybe they just try going through. Rain and Carrigan both here. Flash going to go through. JKS does manage to dodge it. He's going to start to fall back. And you can see the effect this has had. Rotation going to come in from Azza, who now starts to look to join him inside the B bomb site, but it's all a ruse. FaZe now throwing out utility over in toward the top of mid. Renegades deny any sort of immediate play with that Incendiary. 35 seconds left on the clock. FaZe starting to be a little bit pressed for time. Now have to try and make a play and exist. He's going to turn his attention over here towards Long. Jacob's waiting on Speedway on the other side of Arch. Nifty finds the first kill out on a Guardian. You still are going to drop Carrigan over at Apartments. There's only 17 seconds left on the clock. They're going to start to make their way in, but the flash holds them back and keeps them at bay. The bomb's down over on short, and Jacob and Nifty lock it all down. Renegades in with an 11th round.
It's looking very good, isn't it?
It is, Henry. And, you know, as someone who's been a long-time fan of the boys, this is a spectacle right now.
What have I just seen? Guardians brought out the Nova on the T side of Inferno.
Why not?
I haven't seen anything like it in all my years.
You know what, Henry? I like to think he's going to make you eat your words, just because...
I don't mind on the CDs. I'm interested. I'm very interested to see what he'll do with it. Surely get the CZ to be utility. It's a lot cheaper. You can get more grenades, more versatile at range, close range. shotgun, all he can really do is go towards the apartments, right, and hope they get aggressive. If he doesn't get anything there, that gun is useless. So tactical pause for FaZe.
I do love that that is what comes out of the tactical pause that's called in. It's like, you know,
I'll get the note.
some of the biggest, you know, masterminds of the scene on this team. Carrigan sat there talking with Ro8, and he's just like, you know what? Let's break it out. We've been saving this for the major, but we'll bring it out here. The Nova on.
Oh, is it gone?
Oh,
Oh, they threw it away.
well, that's always heartbreaking.
That's a shame. It was a misspy then. I was going to say, it didn't make any sense. So there we go. And they won't even bother putting it on their back. Just going to leave it in spawn. You'd take it with you, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Just
I
in
know,
case.
right? Just in case. Like, it's...
Never know. If you see everyone's on bullets, you gotta do something. Gary doesn't even want it. He's so disgusted by that weapon. He's left it in spawn.
Well, you know, I can't say I blame him, Henry. You got the CZ, which is basically a Nova anyway, but automatic. And, well, that's just the state of CS. We're going to have Carrigan leading the charge with his CZ. Does have Nico and Guardian here to back him up. This time, Renegades not going to try and challenge down Banana. They're leaving it a more passive hold inside of the B-bomb site. Jacob and JKS here. I've always been a fan of these two inside of B. I think the duality is definitely there, and with how they've been playing today, I do think FaZe are going to be hard-pressed to try and make their way into this B-bomb site. You can see Guardian pressuring over towards the top of mid. Nifty lies in wait. They're just going to fall off the angle, turn their attention instead over here towards the B-bomb site. Still an Incendiary left on both Jacob and JKS to deny any sort of push into this bomb site. First Incendiary down. Rotation coming in from Nifty as well. It's going to be a stack inside of B. Nifty's down in CT spawn. He will get smoked off. But the Incendiary's doing a fantastic job of delaying this play. Now it looks to come through. 15 seconds on the clock. JKS opens up. He tries to duck down, but Jacob, he's going to fall as well. Nifty tries to get work done. There's 7 seconds left to get this bomb down, and they are just going to be able to get away with it.
Oh. Oh, maybe not for long. Nifty with the AWP does shut down Carrigan. Bomb planted, sure, but Rain's got to find 3 of them. If he had 100 HP, I'd say it's possible. He has got the smoke, and they're not pushing towards his position just yet, but here comes the utility. It's a very obvious position. You can't actually see the bomb. He's still ready and waiting, and Renegades getting closer and closer now to that arena. It will be 12-9. Money in an okay state for FaZe. Even the bomb going down, they only have about $3,500 per player. A couple of them a bit higher. Probably going to take the partial buy here. We will see. Kassad doesn't want to get too carried away with the celebrations just yet. He's going to wait, see what he's up against here. Nico on the end for FaZe. No one really looking stunning right now. I'd say FaZe have got Guardian looking good, but no one else really joining him right now. Richard, the latest addition, filling in for Olofmeister. I would say it was. I think it was originally announced to be like 2 or 3 months. It was indefinite, but it feels like it's becoming more of a full-time solution right now. It's not clear as to when Olof comes back. Wish him the very best. As we'll see the final timeout for FaZe being used here. And what have they got? What have they purchased here? Carrigan does go for the Mac 10. A couple of them. What's the play? Does Rush B with Mac 10s, Harry? Your kind of strap?
Yeah,
will it work out?
This is the sort of thing that, you know, I think you love to see. The nade's going to find so much damage.
Oh, dear.
Ooh, that's the missed smoke, and that could be massive. JKS going to fall. Jacob gets smoked off, and actually, this is a pretty good round. Exist going to find Jacob through the smoke. And now the pressure's on. They've scavenged themselves a rifle onto the back of Exist. And ooh, Nifty, how's he taking that much damage? He's going to get tagged down at 8 HP. They just give this one up. FaZe, they've only gone and done it with a couple of Mac 10s, a CZ here and there, and a sprinkling of utility. They've managed to find themselves a 10th round. Sometimes, Henry, all you need is to dig deep and rush B.
It's surprising. It's an avant-garde strategy with the Mac 10s, the CZs, but certainly worked out for them. That missed smoke. I think it's the second time we've said Jacob and missed smokes. He did remember on Overpass. He did the same thing with the monster on towards B. This time, B bomb site once more, and a key one. That would have potentially bought him a few more seconds to reposition and be ready for it. It was missed thrown, and FaZe get a lifeline here. This game is absolutely anyone's still. FaZe now, plenty of money. Same story for Renegades after saving some weaponry there. But that applies pressure. Double digits now for FaZe. 12-10. Final map. I've got another best of 3 for you coming up. Get later into the evening. That one Mac 10 will be brought into this round. All the players on the other side there will helmets. Maybe not anymore. Carrigan goes down nice and early. Nifty taking a leaf out of Guardian's book there. First pick towards T-steps. Finds it. 5 on 4.
This is interesting from Renegades. They stacked 3 players over towards Banana early on. Weary, I think, of the aggression in that previous round. This has left the A-bomb site a little more vulnerable. They're going to flash Ustilo around, and just like that, he's picked up Exist over in Apartments. He extends the man advantage that much further, and now Renegades, they can just apply the brakes, slow things down. It's FaZe who are in the hot seat. They have to be the ones to step up and make a play. JKS boosted up here, does have support from Jacob. Incendiary going to come out. Jacob's able to find one. That Incendiary does buy them time as well.
This one's already done, though. 4 on 2. Rain takes a little bit of damage there from the Molotov. 50 seconds, pre-fire CT spawn. In terms of utility, 1 smoke, couple of flashbangs. CTs, though, quite heavily focused on the B site. And will be Nifty patrolling middle. He's got them locked in, actually. This is looking very good. Lots of information, good flashbangs. You can see they can't get comfortable here at all. Rain has to find the instant kill. He's hoping they give him a chance, but it's not getting any closer. Guardian will find one. Oh my goodness, almost a team kill. They're both incredibly low now. He's still out. Watches for the cross. Very patient play. Well done by him. Biding his time, not overcommitting. Just wanting to run down that clock, making sure his teammates with him. Let him plant. That's fine. We know he's low. Nifty, unfortunately, doesn't deny it, but still, getting the round on the board, that's the all-important factor. And it will be FaZe giving up another round to the Renegades. They're just going to take their time to find the AWP. Nifty's picked it up. 2 kills for him. Another 2 for you, Stello. Keep racking them up, my friend. Great showing from him this tournament so far. 17 kills, top fragging once again for his squad. Azza as well, just join him. It's good to see those names appear. Azza, originally supposed to be the star of this squad. And a different complexion of the lineup, but good to see him performing. Nifty. One of his explosive all performances this series, but this one is better on Inferno. Actually having some impact now. As we get into the next round, he will be challenged, and only so many times Guardian will let you pick towards middle, and a couple of fast frags there for FaZe set them up quite nicely to take round number 24 here.
Exist. They're going to be waiting for any aggression over here in towards Apartments. You can see Renegades, they're just going to hedge their bets and stack all 3 players inside the A-bomb site. FaZe sitting pretty right now with a 2-man advantage. And actually, Azza looked like he was going to rotate in towards A, but he's changed his mind. Back to B he goes. A little bit hesitant, but no, going to fool me once more. And with all 3 players stacked over in A, you imagine Renegades just going to look to try and save here. If they save the 3 rifles, they combine in the next round, no problem. Nifty can get himself the AWP. Ustilo can drop a rifle over to JKS. So they will have a strong buy. FaZe looking to pick up their 11th round. Henry, I feel like this is going to be one hell of a map that goes the full distance
Oh,
here.
yes. It wouldn't be a big game without all the rounds. And especially with what's on the line, making their way toward the playoffs, especially for Renegades, you want them to be tested. You want them to sweat. They have to earn it there. As we'll find them trying to save their 3 rifles here, as it does find the AWP on the ground. Bunny hops away. Base down, pretty clean procedure there. It was Guardian, remember, Nifty tried to peek towards middle. Got completely railed. We said Guardian, one of the best T-side Inferno AWPers in the game. Nico was working a Carrigan with the grenades towards B, spraying through the smoke. They found a kill, and Ustilo will continue his rampage on Inferno with another there. But Nico, what a shot that was. That's the AWP. Jacob, grab it. There it is. Does manage to take it to this round. Money's still strong for Renegades. That's the lost bonus now gone. Just to note, Guardians on 22 frags. As I was saying, FaZe do not have the comfort of the lost bonus to come into their bank accounts each round now. Reset, a very real threat. Wants to play. Double orb setup for Nifty, and JKS is back out, Harry. Are you ready?
Yeah, I know you're a big fan of that one, Henry. I know this is going to get you excited. Nifty and JKS, they've got the AWPs out, and JKS is over here towards Banana Guardian on the other side.
Oof.
A standoff between two players that have been key for their teams. The flash comes through, and that is going to force JKS off the angle.
He was so good on train. We haven't seen him AWP. He's been on the scene since 2015 or so. We've never known him to be an AWPer, really. It's only with this particular iteration of Renegades we've really seen his double AWP potential, or secondary AWP, I guess I should say. But Nifty now using the tight angle to look to any players coming out of the bedroom. Not clear as to where FaZe want to finish just yet. The bomb's towards B, but two players making their way towards the apartments. Could be a bit of a ruse here. Exist will we with Rain towards his apartment right now. And still on the other side. Rain is trying to show presence. They have got decent banana control as well. Good flashbang, Rain. Wildly sprays, hoping to connect some of those bullets, but luckily no one picked. 35 seconds. They have to go B now. Surely.
They have not left themselves much time, Henry, and there's still a decent bit of utility. 3 incendiaries up for Renegades. Is this round even possible at this point in time? They have to go back for the bomb. Still 2 players inside of B. JKS going to drop Nico. They're going to now turn their attention over here towards the A bomb site. Ustillo gonna shut things down. 2 kills. It's Guardian left 1v5 with 5 seconds left on the clock. It's not happening. Renegades going to be moving forward onto a 14th. What a way to concede such an important round.
It's actually pretty shocking from FaZe. That looked amateur. What are they doing? They didn't have any real map control to justify that slow play. If they had like top and middle completely locked down, ready to execute, sure. If the bomb's there, why not? But when the bomb's down at the bottom of Banana, everyone's on different side of the map. You've got no time. You're just forced to just run out the apartments one by one. Even when a CT had a grenade in his hand, no one's even got time to check those positions. And it's going to be Renegades hunting for series point, playoff point, as they go into round number 26. Look at the damage. Oh my goodness. A nuke has been dropped towards Banana. Carrigan and Nico are the walking wounded right now, but JKS does mix. An absolutely crucial shot, and he'll give them an entry at least.
Jacob's going to double down, looking like it was going to be more, but Carrigan's able to answer back. 3 on 3, but as you said, that utility's done so much damage and so many incendiaries still up on the Renegade side. This is for match and series point. Winner goes through to the playoffs. For Renegades, that would mean heading on through to play in front of the home crowd on stage. Nifty's going to flash himself through the smoke. He leads the way. Guardian's going to pick him up. Missed shot out from Nico. They keep pushing in, and Ustillo's dropped Carrigan. Now the pressure's on. Nico goes in and gets rid of Azza. Guardian drops Ustillo and FaZe. They're still in this, 12-14.
Just when you think it's done, when they've managed to get themselves at least to the finish line. All that damage. It was FaZe with the grouped up banana push. It looked like they'd paid so much for it, but somehow the round goes in their favor. And JKS, we said that great double AWP setup would be enough, but he missed a couple of vital shots there, Harry. That was the opening they needed. If he had a rifle there, that's an open shut case. That's over. He wouldn't be missing any shots there, but shows that sometimes the form can't be replicated from the previous map. Rain's given himself up for free. Luckily, he will be dropped at the very same time. Ustillo pounces on Exist there. A wild spray will be punished. As I'm trying to stay alive, Guardian can't justify pushing that Molotov. Carrigan presumably gets a kill here. 2 players in front of him. 4 on 3, but no one on the A side, so it's looking quite comfortable still for FaZe.
Yeah, that bomb going to go down. Renegade stacked up just outside. They're going to look to try and find something, and Carrigan, he's actually going to go hunting in through Library. That leaves Guardian to fend for himself out here. Missed shot. Guardian now goes down, and Carrigan, he has to try and step up. 2 players coming his way. they're going to start to fall back. Looks like Renegades do just concede this round the way of FaZe. They managed to get out with the rifle. The AWP on JKS. And Jacob might be able to find something at the end, but Carrigan shuts him out. So FaZe 13-14, Henry. We are going the distance here on Inferno. It is going to be an incredibly close game.
But the AWP is saved and the AK. They started that round with pistols and left with more than they bargained for, perhaps. You can see, though, still not looking quite comfortable yet. FaZe, the absolute favourites coming into this one. But here's the tactical timeout. As the players start to feel the pressure, Renegades call it. Nifty, the in-game leader of the squad, really will be tested at this point. Luckily, he has got a great coach behind him, Kassad. Very passionate, very intelligent counter-strike mind. We'll see whether he can come up with a solution here. We behind the boys trying to rile them up, get them ready. So Nifty just trying to stay calm, work out what the play is. Fist bumps come in, suggest we'll be getting back into the action any second now. Absolutely right. A game that's so important deserves all 30 rounds, and that's what we're going to get. FaZe trailing, but not by much, 13-14. Nifty, well, he wanted to get aggressive there, but the nades pushed him back. He knows a couple of bullets will take him down, not worth the risk. Default round, nothing too special here from FaZe. Flashbang towards the top, push the AWP off, and Nico trying to challenge. Nifty just holds the corner.
I mean, this is such a cutthroat round, Henry. I mean, either side, whoever loses based on the saves, right, is going to have no money heading into the next. And, you know, to see such a lengthy, drawn-out game, one that's just been filled with so much passion from either side, all come down really to kind of the economy in round 28 on map number 3. That is just unreal. Nico going to be throwing out one smoke into CT. Nifty starts to creep forward. He's going to find that kill. Nico will be kicking himself after that. FaZe in the back of it, going to try and execute in towards the A-bomb site. Wrapping in through short and apartments. Ustilo's in the pit, and he's been so incredibly key from this position for Renegades time and time again on their CT side. He has Azza and Jacob inside the site. Now the push looks to come through. Ustilo gets flashed off the angle. Azza's able to trade back. They haven't flushed out Ustilo yet, but now they managed to get it done. And Nifty, he's here through the smoke. That's a very big kill to find. He's dropped the bomb and he's bought time. Rotation coming in from JKS. It's a 2 versus 2. And Renegades, if they go for this and they lose, they have no money in the next round. Nifty, he likes to play conservative. What's the decision going to be? Do they go for this one, Henry?
I'm not sure. They have got a kip, a Nifty, low HP. They'll go towards quad and see if there's a kill available. Nifty knows it's likely someone's in that specific spot. They're committed now. He's going in for it. Exist waiting the pit. This kill pretty much decides it. Nothing connected. That one does, but no frag coming in. Nifty can't find it. Guardian exists, toying with the CTs there. And money, certainly not ideal. You're absolutely right. FaZe homing in on series point now. He's still at 3K. JKS, similar story. And Azza, he said he likes to play conservative. He's looking down the barrel of defeat now. Will he play for overtime? That's Nifty. We're referencing that. It looks like they will. They're going to allow FaZe to get to series point at this stage. Round number 29. FaZe surely have this one in the bag up against the slightly upgraded weaponry of Renegades. CZs, 4 of those. No nades to speak of. Jacob with some body armor. And Azza, once again, hunting for frags in the bedroom. Takes a nade to the face. So does Ustilo. Azza might have a chance here. Does get the dink off and picks up the kill. Falls back. 5 on 4. Harry, surely this isn't the round that saved Renegades.
I mean, stranger things have happened, Henry. This is unbelievable. Jacob over on the sandbags. He's going to drop Guardian. Now JKS has to come in and try and save him. And there we go. 1 kill goes his way. Nico's going to answer back with 2 of his own. And Nifty and CT just toying with him. Ustilo's wrapping around from behind. They've boosted up Azza. And he looks to try and be the flower child. He's going to go down. Nico finds him. Nifty Toying with the idea of going through the smoke, but it doesn't seem worth the risk.
Yeah, that could have been the round in itself. If he pushes and goes down, they got no chance. At least he waits for his teammate. They can go in together. They're certainly outnumbered, outgunned, but he's found the AWP from Fallen's cold, dead hands. He'll be making his way through. They need to find a very quick kill here or save the orb. Might not get a choice of either at this point. Nifty waits. No kit. Pretty much impossible to win the round now. Can he find an AK? It will be FaZe to find match and indeed series points. Nifty can't even get that frag. It was getting very exciting as they've managed to get the opener, the second kill as well. I feel like if that third player towards B had a CZ instead of the P250, could have been a double kill lined up for him. Unfortunately, didn't happen. And this is it. It all leads to this moment. I don't think Renegades have a pause. Actually, they do. I stand corrected.
Yeah, they've been pretty conservative with the memory. I think they still have one more even after this. So, yeah, they. I mean, this is crunch time now, Henry. This is unreal. Map number 3, round 30, and it all comes down to this. Will we see overtime to decide whether or not Renegades get to play on stage in front of the home crowd, or does it all come to an end here for them? At least this opportunity versus FaZe.
Both teams will be feeling the burn right now. Jet lag still a very real issue for them. They're coming up to 9 o'clock, and it's been a long old series, this one, a proper slog. Round 30. As we'll get into it. Guardian, AWP, same story for Nifty. I feel like that will be a very interesting thread to pull on, whether the Orpers will get to duel each other here. Guardian certainly tried it towards B. There's the boost again. On the corner of the bomb site, looking down Banana. Good for catching players crossing towards the logs. Rain going through the notions here of trying to run the default. Good grenade. It's going to be these Guardians tanked up quite heavily, and they'll commit a fast commitment towards Quad, and Ustillo's ready and waiting. He's got the bomb down. Throws the incendiary on top of it, and he's got time. His teammate's rotating towards the graveyard, and this is looking very good for Renegades now.
Yeah, Jacobs found one. Tags up exist. As they're still standing inside of the site, Guardian tries to peek over, but JKS shuts down exist. And suddenly it's Guardian and Nico. 2 versus 4 to try and win out this series for FaZe. Renegades, they put everything into this round. They want to try and carry us through to OT. Nico has dropped JKS. They're closing out that man advantage. Nifty's flanked around up into apartments. Ustillo's down in the pit as they're inside the bomb site. Guardian and Nico, surely there's no way for them back into this round. Renegades, they have the bomb down and out in the open. Nico's flanking around. You almost feel like you can never count FaZe out of rounds like this. Guardian's going to get tagged low by the Molotovs. 3 kills yet to find. He knows where the players are, but he's tagged up. Azza's going to find him. We're going to overtime, Henry. We're not done yet.
Certainly not. Stop the presses. Renegades aren't out of this one just yet. They had quite a convincing lead in Inferno, but it slipped away. Everything has been reset at this point, though. We do not swap teams. Everyone stays where they are. It'll be MR3, first to 19. 18-18, we do it all over again. Renegades starting to come to life once again. I think they're going to avoid that double orb setup. That seemed where things started to fall apart quite dramatically. Sure, JKS was great on train. Didn't look as good on Inferno. I think they tried to encourage it. It felt like the right time to deploy it, but it wasn't working out for them. I don't think we'll see that again, if I'm honest. So, here we go. Into overtime. Renegades get through some scary financial decisions. Had to take the eco to allow FaZe to find series point, but it's worked out for them so far. Maybe this round will do as well. Nifty spots exist, tries to pre-fire the corner, but gets away with his life, and that's absolutely fine. Maintain the man advantage. Jake can boost it up towards the flower pots again. 1 minute 20. Go with decent positional control. B execution coming in. They want to be smoking towards Coffin. CT spawn can Molotov towards Emo, but this is more of a fast approach here. Just trying to catch the CTs out of position, but it's all gone horribly wrong. What was that? Carrigan, I think they heard a boost or a footstep. They tried to capitalize on it, but pretty shocking entry. 5 on 2 now, and Exist and Rain trying to boost up in front of the smoke, seeing if anything is available to them.
Yeah, nothing's there. Renegades aren't looking to give anything up. Rain on the entry, first man in. He's able to get one, but Jacob's still doing damage on the boost. They're not ready for him. It's Exist. Now 1v4. You feel like Renegade's going to be finding the first round in OT here unless Exist has something truly magical up his sleeve. Does he have any of that nip magic left, perhaps, lying around? He's able to get one, almost a second, but Nifty's there to find it. Renegade's going to go 16 at 15 up.
Yeah, you could see FaZe. They thought they had something there. That maybe a sound came in, they heard a grenade pull, or they suspected some sort of a boost towards the new box, perhaps. But either way, a call was made, and that was not the correct one. Jacob boosted up. Couldn't believe his luck. Pretty much anyone could hit those two frags. They're both fixated on the bomb site itself. And there we have it. Renegades take an early lead here in overtime. Just to reiterate, it will be first to 19. MR3, yep. There's a chance to double overtime as well. Single orb set up again. Renegades have found their groove once more. Nifty. Dangerous position. You have to be able to hit those very close range shots to play there. Rain best in this time. Early lead for FaZe. Doesn't get much better than that. You've got so much time to work with. Wait for a CT reaction. They have to try and get something back. They have to rotate a player. They're going to be spread thin. You can get information from the utility deployed. For now, it will be JKS left alone towards B. He has got the AK. He's still out trying to suggest that he's not there with the smoke being deployed. He can use it as a bit of a one-way. He's actually pushing down now. This is the reaction. He's still out taking matters into his own hand. He could do so much of this, Harry. This could be fantastic. He will find Exist, but will he pull the trigger straight away? This is what I want to see, this discipline as the tension mounts.
He does get caught out. Exist going to turn around, but Ustillo finds him, and now manages to slip away. Can he dodge Rain? He's just missed the timing, and Ustillo gets away round the corner. In and out like an assassin, 4-on-4. And now, bomb on the back of Carrigan, 25 seconds left on the clock. FaZe, they have to try and make a move. It's now or never. The bomb gets thrown back to Rain. They're going to try and split through CT. No, they're not. They're wrapping into the A bomb site.
Good call.
Ustillo in the pit, 1v4 effectively. Rain's going to try and cross. Ustillo's dropped the bomb. Is that going to be enough on its own? Carrigan's going to duck into the bomb site. He has to get the bomb down. Ustillo, he's bought time for the rotations, but Nico drops Jacob. Ustillo goes down in the pit, and now it's JKS and Azet 2 versus 3. With the bomb down at FaZe, looking like they're going to be onto a 16th of their own.
Yeah, the pendulum swings once again. FaZe somehow recover the round. It looked like Ustillo had done enough there. Maybe given the call that he pushed him towards B with that flank, but it was the incorrect play. But JKS now, he's got a chance in this one. Lovely play with the AK-47. He'll have to jump out, bomb ticking away. These 2 kills here. Could he do it? Pushes towards Carrigan. He nails it. I think he has enough time with the defuse. It's going to be touch and go. Not going to have it.
Oh, that is so devastating,
yeah,
Henry.
Absolutely. It looked like he'd done enough. He's been so good today. Another clutch, looking like he'd done enough. But unfortunately, the bomb denies everything. Well played by FaZe to get back into that round. I think that all came down to Ustillo's push. It was a blessing and a curse. The fact he pushed, finding that player in second middle, he thought that was it. He thought he'd pushed him right back towards B. They had a 3-man stack in that bomb site, and it was just the incorrect information received from his teammates, and he was left alone in the pit. He did a great job to get 1 kill and survive, but he got stifled, overwhelmed. And there's Guardian fighting back. Nifty can't find the shot. And FaZe with another early lead here in round number 3 of the first half of overtime.
They have to start to rotate players back from B. FaZe looking like they want to go fast in towards the A bomb site. Ustillo over towards apartments. He gets held back. The flashes come through, but he's doubled up. How's he managed that? Ustillo's on 3, and that is absolutely unbelievable. Guardian tries to pull this back, but Ustillo, he's trying to be the hero once again. Az has now dropped Guardian. It's Nico 1 versus 2, and Az is going to finish it off with the Deeg. What a round! Henry, what in God's name did we just witness?
And will be Ustillo causing absolute havoc there. It looked like it was done. He had no chance to do much more than 1 kill. But somehow 2 of the M4 picks up the AK, finds the 3rd. The Deagle of Azza are desperate Sidearm brought out, gets 2 kills, nails that headshot. And this is where Luciano looked absolutely done for. Somehow he gets 2 out of this position. Sure, they're blind. AK comes out though, very well played. And it's Azza to save the day with the Desert Eagle. I didn't see how he got this one. Let's have a look at it now. Lovely shot from him. And there we have it. Renegades back in the driving seat. 2-1 in their favor on the CT side. They'll swap over. Goodness gracious me.
I mean, if you weren't a Renegades fan heading into this game, I think, you know, there's definitely a cause to go ahead and switch over and try and become one of the boys, because my God, it has been fantastic, Henry. What a game this has been. Renegades, they are going to be heading into the second half with that 1-round advantage. They need 2 now to win out this series and secure their spot in the playoffs. Playing in front of that home crowd is something that we keep bigging up. It's that Cinderella story that we've all wanted to see come into fruition. And now they are effectively, you know, they're right before the finish line. They can almost taste the victory, Henry. The pressure is well and truly on now. And they've gone for rifles across the board. They're not messing around with the AWPs. They're just going to try and get it done. They want to try and play this round a little bit faster. Nico and Guardian breaking out the double AWP setup in an act of desperation for FaZe. They're trying to switch things up, trying to keep Renegades guessing. Is that going to be enough?
Here we go then. Renegades need 1 to guarantee double overtime here. 2 will be the win and find themselves in the arena. Single. Oh, actually making the double AWPs out of Guardian. Nico will be working in tandem here. Yustilo dropped nice and early. Guardian's been so good this series. But they'll still commit. Trying to up the pace and down they go. Guardian hits another. This still is possible, but Guardian doesn't seem to be missing a single thing. My God, the huge plays just keep being delivered time and time again. This time Guardian finds his 33rd frag. And what the hell is going on the last couple of rounds? No one wants to back down. Guardian, I was bigging him up coming into this round, but he certainly delivered. There must have been at least 2 no-scopes there. There's 1. And we'll get into round number 5. FaZe keep their head above water for now. Back and forth round, but they come out on top. Still got to run with the double AWP setup. Guardian waits for the flashbang. Looking towards the underpass. X-ray a little bit misleading there. You obviously can't see the X-ray of the player. And the 35. Flashbang towards B. Nico avoids it. Guaranteed frag. Nice work. Takes down Jacob. They could be the first to post series point again.
Nico's over here towards the top of Banana. He's locking it down. Holding the fort, and that Molotov misses its mark. That's allowed him to chime in with a second onto Nifty. And now he falls back. He concedes the control of Banana the way of Renegades. He's already found his 2 kills that he needed. He's given FaZe that fighting chance to go ahead and reach match point here in overtime. He still owes out towards the top of mid, and he has been time and time again the hero player for Renegades in this matchup. It feels like now they need him to do that more than ever. JKS and Azza, the supporting cast, these are kind of the 3 players that we've really been bigging up throughout this matchup. And they've got to try and band together here to get this job done.
5 on 3. Nico setting up the FaZe clan as Guardian does the work once again with the AWP, but still a lifeline here. This kill is everything. Can they shut down Rain? JKS certainly can. Makes the round possible. 5 on 3 converted to 2 on 2. Bomb planted. 1 flashbang available. They have to fend off Carrigan and Nico now.
Yeah, both players already rotated in from B. They've got plenty of time to work with. JKS and Azza are both tagged down low. The Aussie brethren back to back to try and lock in this round. Carrigan's been found. Nico goes down shortly after. Renegades 3 on 5. And they managed to find match point here on Inferno. What a game this has been, and there's still a chance for another overtime, Henry. We're not done yet. FaZe, can they claw it back? Can they keep this going? I mean, it's been an emotional roller coaster right throughout. I mean, if we're feeling that, imagine how all the players in the server right now are feeling.
What a process this has been. This best of 3 has taken absolutely everything these players have got. We're getting late here. Everyone's already exhausted. And what's happened here? I think we have a slight technical issue. We'll find out. Doesn't normally happen like that. So yes, maybe we do. As we'll just kind of work out what the problem is. So a chance to catch our breath, get everyone up to speed, and let everyone know what's on the line right now. So this is the best of 3 between Renegades and FaZe, the third and final map. We'll see whether this is where Renegades can finally find themselves a place in the arena in front of the home crowd. Last time they couldn't do it. And not many big events come to Australia. A great Counter-Strike nation, lots of passion, great fans, and they want to represent their organization and their people within the stadium. And right now they're up against one of the world's best, FaZe. They've got them on the ropes. 2-1. A couple more rounds will do it. They'll find themselves guaranteed to at least get to the arena. FaZe have looked streaky tonight. They can't seem to get all 5 players fired up and look world-class again. They've had some great moments from Guardian. Exist has even performed in this series. Nico hasn't looked himself. He certainly has had an up-and-down season so far.
And I mean, what a testament this would be to how much the Renegades have improved since we saw them here last year. Nico, oh, that's what you want to see if you're a FaZe fan. Collateral down Banana. He wants to try and claw us through to double overtime. He's just bringing up how he hasn't looked himself, and that's the sort of hero play we're so used to seeing him make. Now it's Jacob, JKS, and Azza left to try and close this one out for Renegades. FaZe, they want to try and send the message that we're not done yet. They want to be the first team through to that playoff position. Nico still locking it down from CT. The shoulder peek comes in. It does bait out the shot from him, and now the pressure's on for Carrigan. Alone and inside the site, the other 3 players now look to push on in. Nico's relocated onto Coffins, and Carrigan falls at the first hurdle. Surely they don't get back into this round. Surely this isn't how it all ends. Guardian's down in CT. The smoke going to start to fade. Nico gets burnt out. He has to push forward. He's tagged up. Gonna miss that shot on a Jacob. Now he's out with the dig. He's dropped JKS. Jacob and Azza left alive, and Nico's on 4. What is happening? Azza 1v4. He has to try and get it done, but he only manages 1. We're going to be going through to double overtime. They are toying with our hearts right now, Henry. What is happening? 18-18 and double overtime on the cards.
Oh my goodness, you can see that the level of play starting to drop off slightly, communication falling apart, but Nico still applying the pressure, delivering the pain of the AWP. You can see the players not really reacting to his position. You can see the communication is a little bit off as we get deeper and deeper into the evening. And a real slog of a best of 3, this one. Double overtime. We go further down the rabbit hole. Double up set up again. Guardian and Nico presenting that. Nico with the double kill before. Pretty beautiful stuff. Guardian does spot the barrel of 1 and the foot. Not going to be able to convert it just yet.
Nico's been tagged up early on into this round, though. He's going to try peeking down through Banana. Nifty is there with the AWP. A much slower round from Renegades this time around. No such antics as we saw from them earlier on. And Nico still looking very confident despite being tagged down at 21 HP. He's going to win that fight over Nifty. And what a shot to land. Guardian now goes through the smoke. He's going to try and make things complicated, but instead he goes down. Yustillo in with a double. It's Carrigan to try and keep them at bay. He's in with 1. He lines up the other, but Yustillo, while he falls, Jacob and Azza, they lock in the round. Renegades 19-18.
Oh, there it is. When all else fails and double overtime occurs, the strap book goes out. You have to change things up. You have to think on your feet. They go much faster. Renegades operating towards the quad and the apartments there. Much faster pace. FaZe couldn't shut it down this time. They're trying to avoid Nico and Guardian the best they can. Probably not going to be in the apartments with the AWP. They get through. And here we come. Round number 2. Single orb set up for Nifty. Let's see whether he can find the opening pick this time. Molotov towards the bedroom to stop any sort of aggressive play. Guardian, does he want to commit any further? Towards second middle now. You feel like he's got the shot, pulls the trigger. Fully blind though, has to fall back to a more defensive line. Still 5 on 5, no real doubt. Just yet exist. Holding towards those apartments. Guardian, confident in his ability to get a pick here, but he knows that Boiler Room does have a lot of danger around it. Falls back towards garbage, and Ustillo will be working the boiler room here. Smoke out towards quad. Suggests they will be pushing their way up together. They've got one player in the apartment right now. CT's boosting up. This could be great. Perfect time to deploy this. Will they find Azap? You want to jump up and commit. Went for the quick scope instead. Doesn't connect.
Now Nico's here, boosted up on top of the half wall. Got players coming his way. Flashes off the angle. 45 seconds left for Renegades to try and work with rotations coming back round from Carrigan. Nico opens up on a Ustillo, and that might be enough to slow down this offensive. You can see you still have Nifty over towards top mid. Renegades have to make their mind up, though. They have to commit. There's only 30 seconds left. Nifty going to try and sell the fake over here towards the A-bomb site as he goes slipping on in. Over here towards short. He spots the man out in pit. Has stopped Guardian from rotating round. Nico tries to hold the fort. They're going to start to come his way. Going to go back for more. Second kill for Nico. Maybe a little bit more as well as he does tag up Azza. This round's all over. Bomb looks to go down, but Guardian finishes things off, and it's going to be 19-19. This game continues to get even closer.
Yeah, Renegades don't really make a dent there whatsoever. FaZe looking strong. Nico hitting the shots required. Couple of misses, but overall denies the plant. Azza can do nothing in the 4-on-1. Final round of the first half, a double overtime. See 36 frags for Guardian. He's at the very top of the scoreboard. You still owe 32. Another shout out for him. Great series and tournament so far. Double upset as where FaZe want to be. Guardian not as aggressive this time. Grenades in towards top of B. Damage inflicted though. Very default round now from the Renegades. Not going to continue with that fast-paced gameplay. Existed, tried the wall bang towards the T steps there. Nothing connecting just yet.
Nade finds good damage on a Nifty. Oh, your heart kind of skips a beat when he's looking downrange like that. You want to just see him take the chance shot for the wall bang, but it is not meant to be. He goes creeping on round. Exist is still out there. Throws down the Incendiary. Rotation coming back from Carrigan. They're going to have 4 players inside the A-bomb site to try and repel this offensive. Guardian, there's a smoke there, but he still manages to dispatch of Nifty. As they're going to try and wrap through long in the meantime, Rain tucked back in the cubby. They've been able to find Guardian, but now Rain locks down 2 and a third. The hat trick over from the cubby, and now it is just JKS 1v4. 40 seconds left on the clock, and Rain, he cements that 20th round for FaZe with a 4K.
Well, we haven't seen rounds like that from Rain pretty much this entire series, but what a time to arrive. Great stuff from the cubby. Absolutely delivers here. Nice clinical 4-man. As you see him shut it all down by himself. AK-47 in hand. And we're going to the second half of double overtime. FaZe with a 2-1 lead. Remember, that was on the CT side, though. This still could go to triple overtime, very likely. Here we go. A little bit of trivia for you. Tidbit, Australian Corp. JKS, Ustillo, and Azza have played over 500 official games together. Sounds like a lot, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, sure. You know, I'll take your word for that, Henry. I mean, yeah, 500 games, that is a lot. Yeah, these guys, they have that bond between them. They've been together for a very, very long time now. And I mean, if it culminated down to this, with them getting to play on stage in front of the home crowd, that would be phenomenal. But FaZe, they're the ones in the driver's seat heading into this second half of the second overtime. Nifty. Well, he's hungry for something over in mid, but he's going to have to back out of there as that smoke fades.
Just to note, the round, or the magic number is 22. 21 to guarantee triple overtime. We'll see. Rain, decent mid control coming in here. He's got 1 player towards B. Very standard FaZe round here. Leave Nico towards the top of Banana. He's just listening out for sound cues, being a nuisance, trying to give it a little bit of presence there. He can try and go in by himself or try and backstab when his team fully commits. Rain certainly has. Takes down Nifty. If he nails this shot, the round could be done. Looks towards a pin, and Carrigan, clinical precision there, does take down the remaining players on the A side, and this could be it. FaZe left in a 4-on-2. Jacob not going to be able to do anything about this. Rain just deletes him, and JKS will have nothing to say about this round. It's going to be FaZe with 2 series points in the bag.
And I mean, this is that's kind of soul-crushing for Renegades. This is the first time we've seen them in this sort of situation, really, Henry. I mean, we've seen them, have to win one round and carry it through to another overtime, but 2 in a row is what they need now on the CT side.
It's still absolutely possible. CT side, they can do this. Nifty, solo warp, like I said, I don't think we'd see that JKS secondary warp again. And what's the play? The problem is, at this stage, you can't really afford to go super aggressive on the CT side. You can't take those sort of risks. You just have to play very standard rounds. Maybe your AWP can move around and try and find the opening picks, but you can't push down the second middle, try and open things up. You just really can't take that risk. It has to be like regulation. You've got a bit of breathing room.
Henry, I have to ask, do you believe, though? Do you believe in the third overtime here?
I think Renegade's certainly capable of it. I can't predict the future, but we'll see. This is looking good so far. Very standard setup with good map control. FaZe will be making their way through the apartments towards B as well. Molotov's being lined up. Exist gets out his protractor. Going to be deploying the Molotov towards garbage, and they'll go for the mid control now.
They get control of the top mid very, very easily. Rotation going to be coming through from Jacob as well. He's playing over on Speedway. The bomb's headed back. He spots out that the top mid is clear, and that might be the ruse given up. Second smoke goes down. Nico going to try and peek on in. Rotation comes through from Jacob and from Azza, but JKS could get caught out, and it's very important that he stands his own here. He drops Carrigan, 30 seconds on the clock. FaZe creeping on into the site. Nico gets painted up by Azza in through CT. Guardian falls to Jacob, and Exist tries to fight back. He manages 1, he manages 2, but he still has 3 to find. He has to get the bomb down. There's only 17 seconds. He can't make it. He can't make the rotation, surely. You still are holding on to things over here in second mid. This round is all over and done with, 20 to 21. They want to try and take us through to a triple overtime, Henry.
Well, great round that. That's certainly making a convincing case to do so. Estilo made sure he didn't make any sort of mistake there. Listen out for the sound cue. Guarantee the round. Get yourself in an unpredictable position. And there it is. One more will do it for triple overtime. It's coming up to 10 p.m. here in Sydney. Players certainly feeling the burn at this point. EWP for Nifty once again. Same story for Guardian. Seeing less and less of the crazy individual plays as the game develops. Nico takes a lot of damage there. FaZe pick up this round. That will be it. Nico will try and do his best with the low HP and try and avoid triple overtime here. Stillo, oh my goodness, it's such a scary position to be in. He's so vulnerable to the wall banks. Behind the smoke, Stillo may be going for another flank here, but he does decide to fall back. FaZe. Got to be going for the banana execute. Smoke spawn, coffins, Molotov, flashbangs. If it works out, this will be it. 2 players on the other side. Jacob has fluffed his smoke again. He's not even part of this. JKS luckily picks up the first kill.
And the second, the Nade to rain down death. He does fall now at the hands of Guardian. Jacob, he's dropped Guardian from the equation. It's all onto Carrigan and Rain to try and win this out for FaZe. Renegades want to take us through to a third overtime. And they have 4 players in the retake to get the job done. They have to topple Rain and Carrigan. Molotov in, they're being very methodical in this approach. They have plenty of utility to work with. Incendiaries go out. That's going to force Rain into the open. Nifty finds him now. It's Carrigan. 1v4. He's been able to find the first on a Nifty. Still 3 kills yet to find. And he's going to fall at the hands of Ustilo. Defuse comes on in. And we're going to be heading through to a third overtime, Henry. It keeps on going.
It won't ever end. You can see the players laughing about it now. Triple overtime has occurred. You asked me if it was possible. Certainly is now. Nico can't believe it. Well, a game with so much on the line. Certainly deserves all the rounds. We've even got the bonus rounds here. Plenty of them. It might take a bit of extra time here just to gather their thoughts. At this point, the strategy book really does go out the window.
Yeah.
You have to change things up, think on your feet a lot more, be very dynamic, try and variations of your strategies you have been deploying so far. Try and just change subtle things up and maybe throw in the occasional rush. We'll get straight back into the action, though. Triple overtime. FaZe will stay on the T side. As we get into three-man setup from the Renegades towards B at the very start. Just deploying some grenades, pushing the smokes and hopefully keeping the terrorists towards the steps. There we go, Rain once again pre-firing any AWP out on the other side there. Not anything just yet.
FaZe, what do they think the answer is? They're grouping up over here towards the top of mid. They leave Nico down on Banana. The bomb's back over on T-ramp. Renegades, they've just turtled down into the bomb site. Nifty over on short. Azza going to be trying to compliment him from long. He does get smoked off for the time being. And Sindri down towards the top of mid. Delay any play from FaZe. You can see the bombs wrapping up towards Banana. There's only one man inside of B to hold back the coming tide of FaZe clan. Azza gonna be able to find one, maybe a second. Carrigan, a nice quick flick round to find him. And now the pressure's on for JKS. He has 3 players to find on Banana. Everyone else from Renegade still turtled into the A bomb site. He goes down, and FaZe, this is going to be a 20-second round. There should be no way for Renegades back into this. So far away, so cut off in these rotations, and they're going to look to try and go for it.
Well, absolutely. Might as well. 16K. Give it your best shot. Flashbang to go in. You still out leading the charge here. Can't really waste too much time. Flashbang deployed towards spawn now. They don't have any real utility to work with, so this is looking like a guaranteed FaZe win. Maybe not, though. Jacob with a nice shot. That's fine, Nico, but still, they'll be picked off and working every single angle possible. Nifty really can't do anything about this now. There's no financial gains I have by taking them down. Just padding stats, unfortunately, as it will be the first run coming in. FaZe get it done. Triple overtime, who would have thought? You'd expect that this matchup on paper, this would be less than 2-0. FaZe come in. Pretty convincing victory. Maybe one of the maps was a little bit close, but this is Renegades fighting now. Triple overtime on the deciding map to work out who makes it to the playoffs first. Round 2. It's 22-21. You've got another best of 3 after this, ladies and gentlemen. You've got lots of Counter-Strike tonight.
I'm not sure people's hearts can take this, Henry. I mean, this is real, dangerous territory we're in. Guardian going to be leading the charge over here towards the top of Banana. 3 players in tow. They leave Exist over in towards the top of mid. They might just try blitzing in towards his site. JKS opens up with 1. He stands here alone. Jacob going to start to rotate round. And there we go. He does compliment him with a kill on a Carrigan. He tries to push through this smoke. Flash out. He has support from Azza as well. Flashes himself through. Oh, Nico peeking over the smoke. Jacob's going to get spotted, dispatched by Rain.
Oh,
JKS is spotted as well, and oh no, this can't be the way that it all comes crumbling down for Renegades. Azza, first man on the scene, able to find 1, able to find 2. Nico's gone down, and now it's Rain 1v3, hiding in the back of the site.
What a play that was. Rain, 3-on-1. If ever there was a man to deliver in these sort of rounds, it would be him. Azza, though, positioned perfectly so he can't be taken down from the spot that Rain currently resides on, but does get the kill, but tagged up in the process. Good flashbang, though. Does give him a chance to take down the orb. CT spawn. Missed shot. Luckily, though, you still is there to pounce. Renegades do answer back. Goodness gracious. Almost did go horribly wrong for them, though. Azza, really nice stuff from him. He knew he had to step up there. He had to deny the bomb going down. He couldn't let them plant there safely. He comes through, takes a gamble, nails the shots. Great stuff. Nice to see him finding extremely high impact kills. 22-22. Single orb set up again on either side. Final round of first half of triple overtime. I think I got that all right. We'll see. Carrigan and Co can change things up. They managed to recover. It was a 5-3 deficit, but couldn't quite finish things off. Nifty. That was the angle we saw Rain pre-firing before. Guardian seems to think something is afoot, and certainly there is. They exchange damage as they lock horns there in the boiler room. Nifty on 25, Rain on 15.
Ryan still creeping forward. Will be lead off the angle. FaZe desperate to try and find anything here, hoping that Renegades give something up. They're going to rotate the bomb over here towards the top of mid. Looking like they want to try and go for this A play. Nico looks to even join them. He's been usually the man lurking over towards B whenever they have hit this A bomb site. This time, they load their hearts, their minds, everything all into this one basket. They're going to try and go for it. Nifty's close on short. Ustillo over towards apartments. Nifty opens up with a nice shot on a Carrigan. There's only 30 seconds. He started to really apply the pressure. The time ticks down low. Ustillo still up on the balcony. Hasn't had a chance to rain down death just yet, but you imagine it's going to present itself. He's going to fall to exist, and actually Guardian now creeping forward. 15 seconds. Nico's in through the smoke, and they've got no idea. Nico, he decimates one. Nifty still making a stand in the back of the site, and he gets the job done. 23-22. As they manage to win it 2 rounds on their CT side in the first half of the third overtime. What a mouthful that is.
It's getting a little bit confusing now. But yes, Renegades are in the lead as we swap things over. And we'll see whether this is enough. They were on the CT side. Now, as we know, when the quality of play degrades, it's normally on the CT side is where you'll find most of your rounds. Fatigue is definitely a thing within Counter-Strike. Double orb set up once again. 23, 22. Jacob going for a fast play. He might get the double spray down here. Might get nothing at all, but it is an equal trade. Carrigan can't get more than that, though. Ustillo leads a charge towards B. Bomb should be planted. CT's obviously going for with the money situation, but have they even got a chance? Guardian throws in a deep smoke in front of the bomb site. Flashes in. He's got his trusty AWP, but a flashbang completely wrecks him. Ustillo! It's brave, but it works out. He'll still be fighting on the front line here. Damage inflicted towards Exist. 4 on 2, and I don't think they stand a chance now.
Yeah, Ustillo looks to try and put the nail in the coffin. As he lies in wait, Rain does check him. He's able to find that one. Now it's a 2-on-3. Exist can actually swap out to the AWP. Rain flanking around the back, and Exist out with the dig. He loses Rain and now falls to as a double kill from him. 24-22, 25 is the magic number. And Renegades, they're 1 round away from closing this out.
Will they make it to the arena? I think I've said that about 15 times tonight. But this is it. Once again, it could happen. Can one of these teams close it out? I'm not sure. We will see, though. No more timeouts anymore. Round number 5 of 6. Is it the magic number for Renegades? Molotovs deployed. Guardian looking towards that underpass and does find Nifty. Kicks things off in emphatic style. 5 on 4, you can see that CT boost right on the corner. It's designed for Nico to get opening picks, but that's it. That slipped by him. He seems to be aware, though. Flashbang could be really disruptive to the CT defense. Carrigan drops the smoke and bails out. They maintain the man advantage. Carrigan tags 246 HP. As at 24. Currently alone towards B. If he can get one of these kills, just to disrupt them a little bit more, that could be enough. He'll just wait, listening out for sound cues. Just holding that position is enough just to get information on rotating CTs. Have they left one player there? Can you hear them peeling away? That's why he's looking in towards that area. But for now, Carrigan boosted. Nico back right of the site. 50 seconds as they work out how they recover the 5-on-4 deficit.
Smoke goes down over here towards the top of mid. Guardian held back by it. Renegades start to rotate players around. It's going to be that A fake, but it doesn't look like it's fooled anyone. Nico and Carrigan inside of B. Now, they had their problems earlier on in this game, locking down the site, but this time there's no such issue. Nico and Carrigan actually manage a couple of kills between them. The bomb's going to go down. It's JKS and Ustillo, and both these players have been so pivotal for Renegades. Ustillo in with one.
Go.
Almost a second, but not quite. It all falls on a JKS. In the back of the site, the AWP in hand, and a 1v2 Exist and Rain left to try and find. Flash goes out from Rain. JKS knows where he is.
Oh, Rain spotted the fact he's got an AWP as well. He's like, I'm not taking that challenge again. Perfect shot from JKS. This could be it. 1v1. Molotov and flashbang deployed. JKS finds the AK-47. This could be the frag, and he's done it. Renegades are going to the playoffs for the first time in front of the home crowd. They'll be able to represent their country, and JKS, what a performance he's had in this series so far. Fantastic stuff. So many times Renegades have come close to making it to playoffs, and they always seem to fall at the final hurdle. But this time they can hold their heads high. Great showing all round. They've taken down one of the world's best. And there we have it. It took a long, long time, triple overtime. But there it is. Congratulations. MVP for me has to be Ustillo. What a great performance from him. You don't expect him to be top of the charts, but he really performed above and beyond. We're going to throw it over to the analysts. I'm sure they've got a lot to talk about. Gentlemen, over to you.
Thank you so much. Yes, oh good grief. Everyone in the studio has been holding their breath for the last, what's been about 3 hours. I don't really know how we're still alive, but we are. Renegades are going to do what they couldn't the first time round. They couldn't meet that Sydney crowd, at least not in an official capacity, and now they get to do what they do best in Sydney. The Aussies do get to play on home soil, and it was by no means an easy feat. I look exhausted, but there's a man to my left, in fact 2 of them, who could not be any more so. We have, of course, Sniper and Sponge. These 2 have been signing their way through that one. Chad?
What just happened?
Yeah, was that...
Well, you missed half of it.
I think you blacked out, I think.
I had to leave the room every time we went to a new overtime.
He disappeared.
I'm sitting down there watching the game. Top Gun's here. Gomez is there. We're all... I lost for words, Alex, for the first time in a long time.
Okay, so, I mean, I guess we should probably kind of procedurally go through this. I think we have to focus on Inferno, I'm afraid, just because that was truly a I mean, I always say Inferno, third map deciders, they tend to be a good recipe for a good Counter-Strike. This one didn't disappoint.
Well, I mean, across the board, I guess it was a bit of a slogfest. I think FaZe really they looked lost on their T side until toward the end. They really figured out how to get to Renegades, which is obviously through that B site. And then I think the same thing could be said for Renegades. And then you've got the whole different game, which is overtime. So overtime, it really did seem like a bit of a slogfest, like Henry was saying. You know, you got to throw your strap books out the window. It's all about adapting. People are tired. People are making silly mistakes. And then it just comes down to a lot of individual plays. Ustillo with those nice little pushes here and there. Then solid pit hold that he had, another very instrumental round in the comeback. The thing is, for me, is I feel like Renegades could have finished this way earlier, in regulation time even, if they just had a bit of a more solid start to their CT side.
I think if you just look at that, the FaZe guys had multiple AWP collaterals. I think it's like 3 or 4. Like Nico had 2, Guardian had 1. 4. Like these are things which happen once in a series, not 3 times in a map, right? And they kept cropping up time and time again. Now, look, the fact that Renegades were able to stay composed is one of the biggest things that we critique with this squad time and time again. The fact that they're able to close this after... Probably, like Ian said, they should have won in regulation.
Yeah.
They lost to like a B rush when they had a MAC 10 and stuff. Like that was a round where those nades, it was like a tactical nuke.
Oh, this clutch as well. This was a robbery. This was a complete robbery.
Yeah, sure. This was
vintage.
Vintage, Justin.
Vintage.
Ian, just take your mind back to Carlo playing IPGN with all those silly pushes he was doing.
Yeah.
Everything there, the stars aligned, and
even the balcony holds that he was doing were fantastic. It was reminiscent of maybe a Top Gun.
Sure.
You know, just holding it down, and you know, I think FaZe, they just were caught by surprise. They didn't really know where Renegades were at any point when they were executing onto that A site, because they left it so late. They tried faking B so many times, and you know, the hold was very solid. I mean, the holds were solid for both teams, but I think despite Guardian being absolutely amazing, across the board for FaZe Clan, it wasn't a team effort like it was for Renegades.
And I think that's the point I want to make. I mean, we're getting examples in the highlights here, but there was so many obstacles for Renegades to overcome. Nico on B on the CT side was an obstacle himself. Like, you could literally leave him there on his own, and he's acing them. That round there was complete chaos. They had no right to win that. JKS isn't getting communicated by Jacob. It's a complete shambles. He's getting collapsed. He's peeking
gets
banana.
The collateral, rotates back to Con, gets people through smokes,
flashes.
This is classic Justin.
You sound like you're about to cry.
Mate,
well,
you don't even understand.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the thing is, we're talking about these guys getting to now. The last message Justin sent me on Twitter, we had a little DM before this event. He said, Chad, if we make it to the arena, I'm like, I'll cry. Like, this for these guys is...
But especially, like, just to kind of continue with that picture, it's also not only incredibly emotional for them, but the amount of times I've sat here at a desk and said, close but no cigar.
Yeah.
They had the lead, squandered.
It's
like
literally
these words,
the Renegades catchphrase
it's the
at this point.
Renegade story. And now not only do they do it, they play an incredible map of Counter-Strike. I think, you know, I'm almost forgetting. I forgot what the other maps were. Mirage, no, that's the other one. But either way,
The other one's going
all I
three
can
as
think
well.
about is Inferno. The reason I'm looking at that is because, yeah, SK Greyhound, that's happening as well. Baby stream update for you. But yes, finally for them, they do break that curse. That's an upper bracket run. That is a, you know, no problems, shrug it off,
Yeah.
and a very intense series versus FaZe.
Yeah, I got nothing else to say.
Nothing else to
Nah.
say. Yeah, well, you know, someone that might actually is a player from that winning side. It sounds like Stunner's gone shopping for a very happy Renegade. Let's see who he's grabbed.
I do have the most savage one in the building. Believe it. You see what I did there? You like that? Good one. That was a good one. Yeah, good. Well, you know, it was also a good one is the Renegades playing on stage in front of our Australian crowd. Talk to me a little bit, Diane. How does it feel?
I honestly don't have any words, to be honest. That match was so stressful and intense. Pretty much took everything out of me, but somehow we did it in the end. We pulled it back, like triple overtime, I think.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, obviously you're running low on fuel. It's getting a little late. You know, it's dark outside. Talk to me just a little bit about the vibe and how you guys kept the energy up.
When it was like 15-14, it was pretty dark, but somehow we won the last round, and then it just went back and forth in overtime. I think like towards the end of overtime, we kind of knew that we had it in the bag, or felt like we had it in the bag. The entire time, everyone was still picking each other up and stuff like that, but there was points where I was getting pretty low, but we somehow managed to pull out of it.
You guys definitely pulled it out right there for sure. Now, going forward, you do play in front of a home crowd. With that in mind, I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those things. I could see the smile on your face. I could just see your feel in the moment. Apparently, you messaged Chad. You said you would cry. I haven't seen any tears yet, but perhaps it's in the cards.
Maybe. I said I'd cry if I didn't make the stage, but I made the stage now, so I'm really happy.
Some even words of a shoey, but that that's for another time. Either way,
On stage.
on stage,
Maybe.
on stage, maybe. Either way, thank you and very much congratulations there to the Renegades heading to the Qudos Arena, and we're going to be heading back to the desk with the boys.
That is a very happy JKS. I don't think I've ever seen him smile before. That was a big one.
It's a rare sight.
It's like a blue moon, man.
That is incredible. That's something in itself. Take a picture of that and remember that does exist. And indeed, all it takes is beating some of the world's best players in a full 3-map series, triple overtime, to get in front of a crowd of their favorite game on home soil. That's all it takes.
Yeah, at least his mum now can have on the photo wall a picture of Justin smiling for once. So that's
yes,
not too bad.
indeed.
Wow.
Right. I would love to keep talking about this. There is so much more we could be actually analysing and breaking down, but it does seem like we've got a bit of a time situation here. Indeed, it's getting a little late. It's closing in on 10 p.m. Some of us have been awake since 2 a.m. Jet lag live. Anyway, we are going to go ahead and take a break. So when we do come back, we get to see more action, more Counter-Strike, and it's going to be Cloud9 versus Tyloo. We've already seen some curveballs all over the place. SK fell to this powerhouse, and now we're going to see how Cloud9 fare in this upper bracket game.